Elon Musk, a figure perpetually at the nexus of technological innovation, cultural controversy, and audacious ambition, continues to redefine the boundaries of his sprawling empire. From nostalgic drive-ins to subterranean transit networks, the billionaire entrepreneur is simultaneously crafting tangible experiential spaces for his fervent followers and attempting to reshape urban infrastructure, all while navigating a complex landscape of public perception and regulatory scrutiny. His latest ventures underscore a relentless drive for expansion, albeit one often shadowed by familiar criticisms regarding operational practices and the impact of his increasingly polarizing public persona. In a move that harks back to an idealized mid-20th century American aesthetic, Elon Musk has unveiled the first retro-themed Tesla diner in Hollywood, a concept he first publicly teased in a 2018 tweet long before his more pronounced political turn and acquisition of Twitter. Located along Santa Monica Boulevard, this drive-in experience, where American graffiti plays on twin screens in the parking lot, has quickly become a round-the-clock sensation, drawing hours-long lines. Ostensibly, the diner serves as a convenient hangout for drivers charging their vehicles at the supercharger stations. Yet as marketers understand, its true purpose lies in experiential engagement. The burgers and fries, while surprisingly well regarded, are mere MacGuffins for a spectacular brand activation. This establishment serves as a deliberate, utopic throwback to LA's iconic car hops, evoking a time when Musk was widely celebrated as a local hero by early adopters like George Clooney and Leonardo DiCaprio, lauded for propelling the green agenda with Tesla and reviving aerospace leadership with SpaceX. Now, amidst Hollywood liberals' widespread rejection, often evidenced by "I bought this before Elon went crazy" bumper stickers on their Teslas, the diner offers a space for Musk cultists, wide-eyed tourists, and all-purpose trend chasers to partake in a consumer variant of the current thing. Under the guidance of local restaurateur Bill Chait, known for his work on Short Order, the diner sources ingredients locally, featuring a best-in-show wild-caught albacore tuna melt and Wagyu beef chile. Notably, the establishment embraces heterodox choices like paper straws and wood utensils, while also using RFK Jr. approved tallow for fries and offering no gluten-free concessions, details that seem to matter little to the eager crowds. Adding to the spectacle, Tesla's Optimus humanoid robot can be found on the diner's rooftop serving popcorn to guests viewing the classic film. This venture appears to be a calculated blend of brand loyalty cultivation and mainstream appeal, leveraging nostalgia to create a physical touchpoint for a company deeply rooted in future-forward technology. Concurrently, another facet of Musk's empire is literally digging deep into the future of urban mobility. The Boring Company, Musk's tunnel-digging venture alongside Tennessee Governor Bill Lee, has announced ambitious plans to construct a 10-mile Music City loop beneath Nashville. This privately funded project aims to connect downtown Nashville, its convention center, and the area's airport, with the first segment potentially operational as early as fall 2026. If successful, Nashville would become only the second city after Las Vegas to host such a system. The Las Vegas Loop, which has expanded around the convention center and now includes connectors to Resorts World and Westgate, claims to have provided 3 million rides, and Tesla's earning at 99.57% safety and security rating from the Department of Homeland Security and Transportation Security Administration. The Nashville project signifies a notable shift from Musk's initial, more grandiose visions for the Boring Company, which once included a Hyperloop-enabled tunnel from New York City to Washington, D.C., and extensive networks under Los Angeles and Chicago, all of which were ultimately abandoned due to local pushback and regulatory hurdles. The current iteration, resembling a glorified convention center people mover, offers potential benefits such as less disruptive construction compared to traditional transit projects and, crucially, no cost to taxpayers. However, the Boring Company's rapid pace and operational practices are not without significant controversy. Despite the positive safety ratings cited by the Tennessee Governor's Office, the company has faced serious scrutiny over worker safety. Fortune reported that in 2023 alone, the Boring Company logged 36 injuries across its job sites, ranging from heat exhaustion to crushed limbs. An anonymous tip prompted a Nevada OSHA investigation, which found employees exposed to potentially serious injury or death, leading to over $112 $0.000 in fines. A former safety manager explicitly stated the conditions they were told to work in were honestly almost unbearable, adding, "I couldn't fix any of the things that were wrong," while an employee warned, "I refused to be the first fatality in this company's history. No tunnel is worth a single person's life." These concerns are exacerbated by the fact that as privately operated and federally unfunded projects, the boring company's tunnels are exempt from the exhaustive governmental vetting and environmental analyses typically required for major infrastructure, raising questions about transparency and public impact assessment. This pattern of accelerated development, often with less traditional oversight, is also mirrored in Musk's XAI venture in Memphis, where the rapidly expanding Colossus supercomputer has faced local opposition and environmental concerns regarding its turbines and wastewater treatment. In essence, Elon Musk's current endeavors paint a picture of a tech titan simultaneously engaging in brand building through nostalgic high-profile consumer experiences and pushing forward with ambitious privately funded infrastructure projects designed to circumvent traditional urban planning challenges. While the Tesla diner aims to solidify brand loyalty and attract curious crowds, the Nashville Tunnel project seeks to demonstrate a scalable, albeit scaled-back, solution to urban congestion. Both ventures, however, underscore recurring themes in Musk's entrepreneurial saga: a penchant for rapid deployment, a reliance on private capital to bypass conventional regulatory pathways, and a persistent tension between visionary promises and the practical, sometimes perilous realities of execution. The coming years will reveal whether these latest ventures truly transform their respective industries, or if the operational controversies and unfulfilled grander visions of the past will ultimately overshadow their immediate successes. The grand experiment of importing Silicon Valley disruption into the heart of Washington, D.C. appears to be reaching a critical juncture as Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur, laments the fate of his brainchild, the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE), amidst a wave of high-profile resignations and escalating political friction. What began as a bold initiative to streamline federal operations under the Trump administration is now facing a reckoning, with its architect scaling back his involvement and its mission encountering significant bureaucratic and political headwinds. Elon Musk, once a frequent visitor to the White House and the driving force behind the government-slashing DOGE, has openly expressed his disillusionment, telling the Washington Post that DOGE is just becoming the whipping boy for everything. His frustration stems from what he perceives as unfair blame for widespread governmental issues, even when his department had no direct involvement. This sentiment comes as Musk has notably reduced his time in the Capitol, a decision reportedly influenced by massive profit losses at Tesla, his electric car company, following his increasingly polarizing role as a key figure in President Donald Trump's inner circle. Speaking from SpaceX headquarters in South Texas, Musk underscored the formidable challenge of his endeavor, stating, "The federal bureaucracy situation is much worse than I realized. I thought there were problems, but it sure is an uphill battle trying to improve things in D.C., to say the least." Further fueling his critique, Musk publicly lambasted President Trump's recently passed Big Beautiful Bill, a sweeping tax and spending package that has cleared the House and is now headed to the Senate. In a separate interview with CBS Sunday Morning, Musk voiced his disappointment that the bill, which includes a wide range of domestic agenda items from border security to tax cuts, is projected by the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office to add a staggering $3.8 trillion to the national debt over the next decade. This, he argued, undermines the work that the DOGE team is doing. Reflecting on the fiscal implications, Musk quipped, "I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion." The world's richest man and a significant Republican donor who helped bankroll Trump's 2024 campaign, Musk has also signaled a dramatic reduction in his future political spending, declaring at the Bloomberg News Qatar Economic Forum, "I think in terms of political spending I'm going to do a lot less in the future. I think I've done enough." Musk's retreat coincides with a notable exodus of DOGE associates and early Trump appointees from various federal agencies, signaling a broader unraveling of the efficiency drive. At the Interior Department, Stephanie Holmes, who served as acting Chief Human Capital Officer, and Katrine Tramp, an advisor to Interior Secretary Doug Burgum, are among those departing. Their tenure was marked by controversy, including a push for high-level access to a centralized personnel and payroll system, which reportedly led to the administrative leave and investigation of several high-ranking tech, cybersecurity, and legal leaders who raised concerns. Tyler Hassan, another former DOGE associate and acting assistant secretary of policy management and budget at Interior, is also set to leave. The departures have elicited mixed reactions among Interior employees, with some celebrating the exits of figures not well liked, while others fear that the departing officials have left the burning wreckage behind. This sentiment is particularly acute as the department, which had planned widespread layoffs, navigates the implications of a recent Supreme Court decision lifting an injunction against such reductions in force RIFs. The shakeup extends to the General Services Administration (GSA), a former DOGE stronghold where Stephen Ehikian was replaced as acting head by Michael Rygas, a deputy secretary from the State Department. Rygas reportedly entered the agency with a team of about 10 officials, strategically placing them in areas where DOGE members had wielded influence. Further resignations include Frank Schuler, acting associate administrator in the Office of Congressional and Intergovernmental Affairs, and Michael Peters, commissioner of the Public Buildings Service. Reports from Wired even described DOGE employees vacating their GSA offices, leaving behind a curious trail of bedding and children's toys indicative of the unconventional nature of their presence. While the federal DOGE initiative grapples with internal strife and a leadership vacuum, the concept of government efficiency is taking root at the state level, particularly in Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis and Chief Financial Officer Blaise Ingaglia have launched Florida's own Department of Government Efficiency Task Force, which is actively auditing county finances across the state, targeting Manatee, Broward, and Orange counties, as well as the city of Gainesville. The task force aims to determine and report potential instances of excessive spending, with state officials empowered to impose daily fines of $1,000 on non-cooperating municipalities. In Broward County, the state's DOGE is scrutinizing what Attorney General James Uffmeyer described as questionable contracts, including a proposed $115 million laptop contract for the school district that is also under investigation by the county's Office of the Inspector General. Similarly, in Orange County, leaders received an 8-page letter demanding access to financial records, physical premises, data systems, and personnel. While Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings has stated the county's intent to comply, he emphasized the significant growth and increased demand for public services the county has experienced. The state's heightened scrutiny in Orange County is also underscored by Attorney General Uffmeyer's public warning to county commissioners regarding their recent decision to decline an addendum to their agreement with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which he deemed a potential violation of state law prohibiting sanctuary policies. The trajectory of the Department of Government Efficiency, both federally and in states like Florida, highlights the formidable challenges of implementing radical change within entrenched bureaucracies. Elon Musk's experience underscores how even the most high-profile and well-resourced attempts at top-down reform can become entangled in political blame games and internal resistance. As federal DOGE members depart, leaving behind a legacy of disruption and mixed employee reactions, state-level initiatives are just beginning to flex their auditing muscles, facing similar local government pushback. The coming months will reveal whether these efficiency drives can truly transform government operations, or if they are destined to be remembered more for their political theatrics and the whipping boy status of their ambitious yet often polarizing leaders. Tesla, a company long synonymous with pushing the boundaries of automotive innovation, appears to be at a pivotal juncture, navigating market realities, refining its software ecosystem, and solidifying its supply chain. Recent developments indicate a significant strategic re-evaluation, particularly concerning its polarizing Cybertruck, alongside a robust push in AI integration and critical partnerships. After an initial flurry of excitement that saw the Cybertruck launch with what was described as a flying sales start in 2023, the electric pickup's trajectory has reportedly fallen short of internal expectations. While it briefly claimed the title of America's top-selling pickup truck in 2024, it has since been dethroned by the Ford F-150. Tesla had aimed to shift around 250,000 units, but current projections for this year suggest a stark contrast, with only an estimated 20,000 sales. The primary culprit appears to be its price, which dramatically diverged from initial promises. Elon Musk had once touted a starting price of $39,900, a figure that ballooned to $69,990 for the dual-motor long-range model, or $62,490 with a now expiring federal tax credit upon its market arrival. This, coupled with what some observers describe as Tesla's image problem, has evidently deterred a broader swath of buyers. In response to this market feedback, Tesla is now reportedly considering the development of a smaller, more utilitarian electric pickup. This potential baby Cybertruck aims to fill the burgeoning midsize EV truck void, a segment that remains largely untapped and ripe for competition. Lars Moravy, Tesla's engineering boss, recently hinted at this strategic shift during a Tesla investors event. When queried about a truck slotting below the Cybertruck, Moravy stated, "We always talked about making a smaller pickup. I think in the future, as more and more of the robotaxi comes into the world, we look at those options and we think about, okay, that kind of service is useful not just for people but also for goods." He further added, "We've definitely been churning in the design studio about what we might do to serve that need for sure." This isn't an entirely new concept for Tesla. Elon Musk himself tweeted in November 2019 about the long-term sense of building a smaller Cybertruck, and an early design sketch of a two-door single-cab version was even displayed at the Peterson Automotive Museum. The move into the midsize electric pickup segment would place Tesla squarely against a growing field of rivals. Ford already offers the more affordably priced F-150 Lightning starting at $51,975 and is reportedly working on a midsize electric pickup for a 2028 debut featuring cost-effective lithium iron phosphate LFP battery cells. Jim Farley, Ford's CEO, expressed significant enthusiasm for this upcoming vehicle, calling it one of the most exciting products he's seen in 40 years. Rivian's R1T, particularly its improved Gen 2 model, also presents a compelling alternative for buyers seeking a premium electric truck. Kia is also soon expected to enter the market with its own midsize electric truck promising best-in-class features. Ram 2 has teased dealers with a concept for a smaller, cheaper electric pickup than its future 1500R EV, potentially arriving next year. Interestingly, General Motors reportedly scrapped its own plans for a midsize electric contender, shifting focus towards hybrids and plug-in hybrids. For Tesla's smaller truck to succeed, competitive pricing, likely in the $30,000 to $35,000 range, will be paramount, especially in a post-federal tax credit landscape. Beyond product line expansion, Tesla continues to refine its existing vehicle ecosystem through consistent software updates. The wide rollout of the 2025.26.4 over-the-air OTA software update, a subversion of the main 2025.26 branch, exemplifies this. This update brings crucial improvements, bug fixes, and security patches, notably addressing an issue with the recently introduced Grok AI chatbot. Grok, an intelligent assistant built by xAI, was integrated into Tesla vehicles with the 2025.26 Summer Update 2025, allowing users to interact with it via voice and choose from various personalities. A reported bug where Grok's activation automatically lowered the infotainment volume to an inaudible level has now been resolved in the 2025.26.4 release. Currently, Grok is available only to HW4AI4 and HW3 cars equipped with the AMD Ryzen APU, operating in beta with conversations anonymous to Tesla and without direct car command capabilities. Other enhancements in the update include site info at arrival for better navigation to charging locations, customizable audio equalizer presets, and improved dashcam functionality with adjustable playback speeds. On the supply chain front, Tesla has reportedly secured a significant partnership with LG Energy Solution, signing a $4.3 billion battery supply deal. This agreement underscores Tesla's commitment to ensuring a stable and diversified battery supply, crucial for its ambitious production targets across its current and future vehicle lineups, including any potential new electric trucks. This news comes shortly after a challenging Q2 2025 earnings call which saw Tesla's stock slump, though with some recovery bolstered by significant purchases from firms like ARK Invest. The company's recent ventures, such as the opening of its first Tesla diner in Hollywood complete with Optimus robots serving popcorn, further illustrate its broader strategic diversification beyond just electric vehicles, though even these ventures have faced their own share of challenges, including vandalism. As Tesla navigates the complexities of market demand, competitive pressures, and rapid technological advancements, its strategic moves in product development, software innovation, and supply chain management will be critical. The consideration of a smaller, more accessible electric pickup signals a pragmatic adaptation to market realities, while continuous software enhancements like Grok integration aim to deepen the user experience. The coming years will reveal whether these multifaceted efforts can reignite Tesla's growth trajectory and solidify its position in an increasingly crowded and competitive electric vehicle landscape. In an era defined by relentless innovation and ambitious extraterrestrial pursuits, SpaceX continues to dominate headlines, orchestrating a high-octane ballet of orbital launches and groundbreaking developmental tests. The aerospace giant, under the visionary leadership of Elon Musk, is concurrently pushing the boundaries of deep space exploration with its colossal Starship program, while maintaining an astonishing cadence of satellite deployments with its workhorse Falcon 9 rockets. This dual-track approach underscores SpaceX's pivotal role in shaping the future of space travel and global connectivity. All eyes are currently fixed on Starbase, SpaceX's South Texas facility, as the company prepares for the highly anticipated 10th test flight of its Starship spacecraft. Just this week, the 171-foot-tall, 52-meter-tall Starship upper stage, often referred to as SHIP, was meticulously moved to the launch pad for a series of critical tests. This milestone, announced by SpaceX via a series of photos on X on July 28, heralds the imminent liftoff, which founder and CEO Elon Musk has indicated will occur next month. This follows an earlier, more precise prediction on July 14, when Musk stated the flight would be in about 3 weeks. The move to the pad comes after a prior ship, also intended for Flight 10, experienced a rapid unscheduled disassembly on June 18 during a static fire test. A pre-launch trial where engines are briefly ignited while the vehicle remains anchored. SpaceX swiftly identified the likely cause as a failure of a pressurized nitrogen tank near the ship's nose, demonstrating their rapid iteration and problem-solving approach. Starship, a colossal 400-foot-tall, 122-meter-tall vehicle made entirely of stainless steel and designed for full reusability, is central to SpaceX's long-term aspirations of colonizing Mars and enabling other ambitious exploration feats. It comprises two main elements: the Super Heavy booster and the Starship upper stage spacecraft. While the Super Heavy booster has demonstrated impressive recovery capabilities, successfully being caught by the launch tower's chopstick arms on both Flight 7 and Flight 8, the ship itself has proven more challenging. SpaceX lost the upper stage on its 3 most recent test flights, which occurred in January, March, and May of this year. Notably, the Flight 8 mission in March 2025, while ultimately resulting in the ship's explosion 10 minutes into flight due to a loss of altitude control, marked the 3rd successful catch of the Super Heavy booster, a testament to the booster's increasingly reliable reusability. However, the booster for Flight 9 in May did not fare as well, breaking apart just after commencing its landing burn, underscoring the complexities inherent in fully reusable rocket systems. The upcoming Flight 10 is therefore a critical juncture for the ship, as engineers aim to achieve a more controlled flight and gather invaluable data for future iterations. Concurrent with these developmental leaps, SpaceX continues its relentless operational pace with its Falcon 9 fleet. A Starlink 10-29 mission set to deploy another 28 Starlink V2 mini satellites into low Earth orbit is slated for liftoff from Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station shortly before midnight on Tuesday, July 29. Targeting 11:37 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time 0337 UTC. This mission will utilize Falcon 9 first stage booster B-1069, which is embarking on its remarkable 26th flight, having previously supported a diverse array of missions including CRS-24, Eutelsat's Hotbird 13F, and 21 prior batches of Starlink satellites. The 45th Weather Squadron has provided an optimistic forecast predicting a 90% chance of favorable weather conditions at liftoff with only a minimal risk of interference from cumulus clouds. Following launch, B-1069 is expected to execute a precision landing on the drone ship. Just read the instructions, which if successful would mark the 130th touchdown for this vessel and the 482nd booster landing in SpaceX's operational history. This stark contrast between the iterative, often explosive development of Starship and the routine, highly reliable deployments of Falcon 9 highlights SpaceX's two-pronged strategy. The Falcon 9 and Starlink constellation represent a mature, revenue-generating enterprise that is rapidly expanding global internet access and funding the company's grander ambitions. Meanwhile, Starship embodies the bleeding edge of space technology, accepting a higher risk tolerance in its development phase to accelerate capabilities for lunar and Martian missions. The rapid unscheduled disassembly of test vehicles, while dramatic, is an accepted part of this aggressive development cycle, providing crucial data points for engineers. As SpaceX pushes forward, overcoming challenges with each flight and refining its reusable hardware, the aerospace industry watches closely. The coming months promise more high-stakes tests for Starship and continued expansion of the Starlink network, further cementing SpaceX's transformative impact on humanity's reach into the cosmos. In a landscape increasingly defined by the bold, often tumultuous ambitions of its most prominent figures, few have commanded as much attention and sparked as much debate as Elon Musk. From reshaping the future of transportation and space exploration to his dramatic overhaul of a social media titan, Musk's influence reverberates across industries, leaving a profound mark on technology, finance, and public discourse. His ventures, ranging from electric vehicles and rockets to brain-computer interfaces and artificial intelligence, paint a picture of an entrepreneur driven by a singular, expansive vision, even as his decisions frequently court controversy. At the heart of much recent discussion lies X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. Born from the podcasting venture Audio in 2004, Twitter officially debuted in July 2006. Its co-founders Evan Williams-Bistone and Jack Dorsey envisioned a simple microblogging service where users could share short SMS-like updates. Early features like mentions using the symbol and hashtags the symbol quickly became ubiquitous, transforming it from a novelty into a vital communication tool. It famously evolved from a platform for celebrity e-watching, exemplified by Ashton Kutcher beating CNN to 1 million followers in 2009, to a breaking news source as seen with the U.S. Airways Flight 1549 Hudson River landing. Its role in political movements, from Barack Obama's 2008 campaign to the Iran election protests in 2009 and Haiti earthquake relief efforts in 2010, solidified its status as a global public square. The introduction of the blue check mark in 2009 to verify public figures further underscored its growing influence. Twitter's journey as a public company began in September 2013 with an IPO that raised $1.8 billion, valuing the company at $31 billion. Despite its cultural impact and expanding user base, monetizing the service proved challenging. Unlike competitors that relied heavily on advertising or subscriptions, Twitter initially lacked a clear revenue model. It eventually introduced promoted tweets, promoted trends, and promoted accounts as primary revenue streams. By the time of Musk's acquisition in 2022, ad revenue accounted for a significant 90% of the company's income. Despite efforts to boost user engagement, such as the introduction of Moments in 2015 and an algorithmic feed in 2016, and even doubling the character limit to 280 in 2017, Twitter struggled with profitability, reporting positive earnings in only 2 of its 8 years as a public entity. By 2019, it shifted its reporting metric from monthly users to monetizable daily active users (MDAUs), reflecting its focus on advertising reach. Fleets, a temporary post feature similar to Snapchat Stories, was a notable misstep, introduced in 2020 and discontinued just a year later. The pivotal shift came in 2022 when Elon Musk announced his intention to acquire Twitter. What followed was a dramatic saga, including Musk's attempts to withdraw his bid, citing concerns over bot accounts and Twitter's subsequent lawsuit to compel the sale. Ultimately, Musk completed the $44 billion acquisition in October 2022, paying his original proposed price of $54.20 per share. His immediate actions, including laying off approximately half the workforce and introducing a paid blue checkmark verification for $8 a month, signaled a radical departure from the company's previous direction. In April 2023, Twitter ceased to exist as a corporate entity, merging with Musk's newly registered X Corporation and being rebranded simply as X. The ticker symbol TWTR was subsequently delisted. Musk's vision for X extends far beyond a microblogging service. He aims to transform it into an everything app akin to China's WeChat, integrating functionalities for shopping, financial transactions, and more. To steer this ambitious shift, he brought in veteran advertising executive Linda Yaccarino as CEO in May 2023, entrusting her with business operations while he focused on product development and technology. Yaccarino, known for her prior role at NBC Universal, faced the daunting task of rebuilding advertiser relationships amidst Musk's unpredictable leadership and a series of public controversies. She also worked to promote X's integration of artificial intelligence through Musk's new company xAI. However, her tenure was marked by ongoing advertiser concerns and controversies, culminating in her resignation in July 2025, just days after X's AI chatbot Grok sparked outcry with anti-Semitic comments. In a further consolidation of his AI ambitions, Musk announced in March 2025 that he had sold X to xAI in an all-stock deal valuing X at $33 billion, further intertwining the operations of the two entities. The Musk era at X has been rife with controversy. The disbanding of Twitter's content moderation team and the reinstatement of previously banned accounts, including that of former President Donald Trump, led to a sharp decline in advertising revenue as many companies withdrew their ads. The platform has faced accusations of becoming a less reliable information resource, particularly regarding the Israel-Hamas war, prompting warnings from European regulators about illegal misinformation. While Musk has often proclaimed himself a free speech absolutist, critics argue that some of his decisions, such as changes to the block and mute functions, have enabled cyberbullying and facilitated the spread of hate speech and violence. Beyond X, Musk's influence is underscored by his immense wealth and diverse portfolio of companies. As of July 2025, his net worth is estimated between $368 billion and $408 billion, making him the wealthiest person in the world, with much of his fortune tied to his ownership stakes in Tesla 12%, SpaceX, and xAI an estimated 54%. He also owns The Boring Company and Neuralink. His wealth has been growing at an average annual rate of 110%, leading some like Informa Connect Academy to project he will become the world's first trillionaire by 2027. His impact even extends to the volatile cryptocurrency market, where his soft spot for Dogecoin and his occasional tweets about it have historically influenced its price, though even his recent affirmations of fondness couldn't prevent a 6% drop in its value. As X navigates its future, the debate continues over whether it will evolve into Musk's envisioned everything app or remain a contentious, unvetted town square. The challenges are considerable, from regulatory hurdles to regaining advertiser trust and competing with emerging platforms. While competing services have struggled to replicate Twitter's once unmatched influence, the fundamental identity and viability of X in its current form remain subjects of intense scrutiny. Elon Musk's journey continues to be a captivating, often polarizing narrative that will undoubtedly shape the technological and societal landscape for years to come. In a remarkable testament to the accelerating pace of neurotechnology, Audrey Cruz, a Louisiana woman paralyzed for nearly 2 decades, has captured global attention by demonstrating her newfound ability to control a computer purely through thought, courtesy of Elon Musk's Neuralink brain-computer interface (BCI). Her compelling progress offers a vivid glimpse into a future where the line between human cognition and digital interaction continues to blur, offering profound hope for individuals with severe physical disabilities. Cruz, who was rendered quadriplegic at just 16 years old following a 2005 car accident that damaged her C4 and C5 vertebrae, is the ninth human and the first woman to receive Neuralink's telepathy implant. As part of the company's Prime Study, a pilot program designed to validate the real-world utility of their implants, Cruz underwent surgery at the University of Miami Health Center. Doctors meticulously drilled a small opening into her skull, inserting 128 ultra-thin threads equipped with over 1,000 electrodes. These microscopic sensors are designed to pick up the faint electrical signals generated by her thoughts. These neural commands are then wirelessly transmitted to a computer where Neuralink's custom software translates them into digital actions. The telepathy device implanted in Cruz's motor cortex, the brain region responsible for movement, has already enabled her to perform tasks that were unthinkable for her just weeks ago. Videos and posts shared on X show her effortlessly moving a virtual mouse, drawing shapes, typing on a keyboard, and scrolling through pages with her mind. In a particularly poignant moment, she posted an image of her attempt at a cursive signature writing. "I tried writing my name for the first time in 20 years. I'm working on it. LOL." While the handwriting was shaky, the monumental significance of this achievement resonated widely, symbolizing a dramatic return of agency. She has since been taking requests from social media users, drawing everything from cats to faces in trees, showcasing the evolving precision of her control. "Not in all my wildest dreams, but the future is here," Cruz remarked when asked if she ever imagined regaining such capabilities. Elon Musk himself reposted her story, emphasizing she is controlling her computer just by thinking. "Most people don't realize this is possible." Cruz's success builds upon the pioneering efforts of Nolan Arbaugh, Neuralink's first patient, who also suffers from paralysis. Arbaugh has amassed a significant social media following, captivating audiences with demonstrations of playing video games like Mario Kart and Call of Duty using only his thoughts. These public showcases featuring Arbaugh and 4 other telepathy users underscore the practical applications of the technology beyond mere cursor control, venturing into more complex multi-user digital environments. The company recently achieved a significant operational milestone by performing 2 implant surgeries in a single day, signaling improved efficiency and a readiness for broader clinical applications. Neuralink, co-founded by Elon Musk in 2016, envisions a future where human intelligence seamlessly merges with machines, and ambition often likened to science fiction concepts like The Matrix. While the immediate focus of the telepathy implant is to restore digital independence for individuals with paralysis, Musk's long-term vision extends far beyond. He has hinted at an upcoming product called Blindsight, designed to aid visually impaired individuals, with plans for its first human implant by late 2025 or early 2026, though acknowledging his tendency for project timelines to shift. Beyond these specific applications, Neuralink aims to unlock advanced cognitive abilities, enable brain-to-brain communication, and potentially allow for functions like downloading new languages or sharing memories. Despite these exhilarating advancements, the rapid progress of BCI technology does not come without scrutiny. Ethical concerns persist regarding the long-term safety of brain implants, potential for brain tissue damage, and the broader societal implications. Critics raise valid questions about data privacy, the potential for cognitive enhancements to exacerbate social inequalities, and the philosophical debate surrounding the blurring lines between human and machine. However, Neuralink maintains its commitment to careful ethical advancement, emphasizing that the technology's primary purpose remains therapeutic alleviation of suffering. As Audrey Cruz herself noted, while the implant won't allow her to walk again or regain sensation, it has empowered her to pursue a new goal: writing a book about her journey. "I've been a quadriplegic since the age of 16, so I have lots to tell," she shared, highlighting the profound personal impact of regaining a voice. Looking ahead, Neuralink plans to significantly expand its trials, aiming for 20 to 30 participants by the end of 2025, alongside pursuing further regulatory approvals in the United States and internationally. Beyond its current applications, the company is actively exploring possibilities such as helping stroke victims regain speech and restoring vision. These ambitious endeavors suggest a future where brain-computer interfaces could revolutionize not only medicine but also the fundamental ways humans interact with technology and each other. As Neuralink continues its bold push, the once unimaginable prospect of controlling devices with thought is becoming an everyday reality for a growing number of individuals, signaling that the sci-fi future is indeed closer than we think.